Bison Football Show with Coach Tim Polasek. Brought to you by Gate City Bank for a better way of life. And Pepsi.
Miller wants Lance to the end zone. He caught it. Is he in bounds? Touchdown! North Dakota State. What an acrobatic catch.
An acrobatic, crazy catch indeed, and a big-time win for the Bison coach, getting the job done yesterday against Northern Iowa. Good to see you. Welcome on in. It's the Bison Football Show. Made it through this first part of the regular season and certainly stuck the landing, finishing the game on a high note yesterday.
Yeah, it was good to really push through that and come out with the right intent going into a bye week. You know, it's critical. We've got a couple guys that are going to need a few days off. But then, obviously, you know, take advantage of the week, getting ready for a good Missouri State team, and we're excited about all of it.
The Valley play rolls on for the Herd. Let's take a look at how it all unfolded yesterday inside the Dome. NDSU, Northern Iowa, one of the premier matchups in Valley football. Peyton Otterdahl in the house, Bison Olympian. He just got back from the Paris Olympic Games over the summer. He was there for the opening coin toss. Bison received to start the game. TK Marshall from a couple yards out of his own end zone gets a block, finds a cutback, and there he goes off to the races, beats the kicker. He has a house call to start the game. 100-yard kickoff return, coach, to set the tone.
Yeah, really good to see a senior, you know, take the message that we're going to start fast, we're going to dictate the terms. And we really did. We pointed out to the special team units that there was going to be a big play or two out there for us to make if we take advantage.
Yeah, TK with his second score of the season. First kickoff return for a touchdown for the Bisons. It's Christian Watson in the spring of 2021. Love the celly right there for TK. Then, after a Northern Iowa field goal, Bison up 7-3. 4th and 2, Marty Brown into the second level, coach.
Yeah, it's just awesome run, right? Finding a crease behind a well-blocked play on 4th and 2 and to extend it down to the 4 or 5 was big.
And he's able to finish things off the very next play into the end zone. 5-yard score, and just like that, 14-3.
Yeah, just really good. On the kick return on those 2 runs, you're seeing a lot of guys finishing blocks, running their feet, you know, continuing to play and stress and strain for the lead.
A 14-3 after Marty's 11th score of the season. Bison up by 11. And then Northern Iowa would get things going to start the second quarter. 3rd down and 4. Matthew Scheckelman connects with Sergio Morency. 56-yard play that would set them down at the Bison 13-yard line. 2 plays later on 3rd and 6, though. Scheckelman trying to run. Code Green with a takeaway, coach.
Big time play down inside the 10-yard line to steal a possession there and to get a takeaway. You know, takeaways are contagious, and we're kind of hot right now, and we stress that. And what a great play by Toby.
Toby Anena with a forced fumble. Jalen Crumby with the recovery. Bison take over inside of their own 10-yard line. 3rd down and 6. This drive started at the 6. Cam Miller over the middle. He finds Bryce Lance out to the 26-yard line. Gain of 25, coach.
Yeah, and that's going to be one 3rd down conversion of many here that we're going to look at. Just protection outstanding, and then playmakers being on their spots on time and Cam delivering accurate balls.
Chris Harris with this 3rd down conversion, moving the sticks for the Herd, the #1 team in the nation on 3rd down. Then 1st down and 10 in Northern Iowa territory. Marty Brown up the middle, able to gain 9 down to the Northern Iowa 14-yard line. That would set up 2nd down and 1. This spectacular catch by Bryce Lance for the score.
Yeah, big time throw and catch. I mean, to put that ball right on the top of the DB's helmet, you know, at that height and still get a foot in is just remarkable. Bryce continues to get better and better.
He gets not only 1 foot down, but 1 hand down. Have you ever seen that?
No, he's an athlete. He's a rangy athlete and flexible, obviously, as well.
Yeah, he gets it in. 21-3, buys it after the PAT. They get a stop on D. Then Braylon Henderson, the captain, slide it out of the end zone for the score. 15-yard touchdown right before the break. That made it 28-3.
Yeah, really happy for him. You know, his first touchdown on the year. He's had a couple opportunities, but not as many as some of the other guys. And that was a really good play design because that was a counter punch off of Raja's touchdown a few weeks earlier.
Yeah, 28-3 for NDSU at the half as we take a look at our first half stats presented by Nodak Insurance. What was standing out to you and the staff 30 minutes in, coach?
Honestly, just a really clean, efficient ball game so far on offense. Really good protection. I know I've mentioned that now 2 or 3 times, but the protection was outstanding all night. We had time to work through progressions. And then defensively, you know, we were finding answers. You know, Northern Iowa came to play, and I was impressed with that. You know, they played the full 4 quarters and played hard. And to be up, you know, 28-3, is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, they would take the full 4 quarters, 60-minute ball game. We'll take a look at the second half highlights when we come back. The Bison with a 25-point lead at the break. Looking for more in the second half. That's all coming up next here on the Bison Football Show.
Teamwork, talent, dedication, leadership. These values that win championships on the field, build community, improve lives, and make a difference every single day. For you, for our neighbors, for our community, for a better way of life. Gate City Bank.
We're all players in the waiting game, whether that's for the day's first flight, the first shot, or the first retrieve. Entire off seasons of prep and practice all pointed at that singular moment each of us live for. First light. Because that's when it all becomes real. And it's finally your time to shine. Shields.
Orthopedic pain is limiting. It's unpredictable. And when it disrupts the way you move, it disrupts the way you live. Life is better when you feel empowered to move the way you want, when you want. And that's where our experts come in. We're your guides to orthopedic and sports medicine treatment options that can manage your pain, rehab your injuries, and restore your confidence. Take back the freedom to move. Explore your orthopedic options at Sanford Health.
Chronic wasting disease is 100% fatal in deer. Though rare now, it will continue to rise unless you help do something about it. Knowing its location is the key to managing chronic wasting disease. When hunting in the Northeast and Unit 3B2 this fall, plan to get your deer tested. Visit gf.nd.gov to find drop-off locations or request a self-sample kit and review the regulations. The responsibility falls on us all. Let's keep the deer herds healthy for future generations.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue. Carry on.
Better starts with convenience. Better starts with trust. You can trust that your pre-approval is guaranteed on closing day, which is one less thing to worry about. Better starts with saving you money. No ATM fees and no minimum balances mean how you spend your money is up to you. Because at Gate City Bank, better starts with you. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Welcome back to the Bison Football Show. Along with Coach Tim Polasek, I'm Sam Neidermann. Glad that you're along with us. We're taking a look back at yesterday's victory over Northern Iowa. Let's get into our second half highlights presented by Gate City Bank. Code Green with a 3-and-out to start the second half. That would set up the offense. Coach, 42-yard pass, Cam to Bryce Lance.
Yeah, it was really good, throw as far as just giving him a chance to catch it. The one thing you don't want to see on a post ball is an underthrow. But to give him a shot here down the middle on a combination versus one high was really good.
Yeah, Bryce Lance with the explosive play once again. That sets up the Bison with goal to go. And NDSU would not waste any time from the 6-yard line. Handoff to Barika Penu, and he gets into the end zone for 6.
Yeah, I like that we played with some tempo there. We were actually in our original call to go weak. And, Cam flipped that with his run principles and his run rules that he has, and that was really, really well executed.
Bison build a 35-3 lead midway through the third quarter. Northern Iowa with the response. Sergio Morency with a touchdown catch. That would put the Panthers within 24. They go for 2 and convert, and then they drive back down the field again. Morency with his second score of the game. They also hit the 2-pointer, Coach, to go within 2 scores.
Yeah, right here, it's all of a sudden it's a ball game, right? We missed that short 4th down conversion, and they went out and capitalized, but we did respond right here, and it was really good to see.
That play action for Cam. He had all day to throw, connects with Joe Stuffle down to the 11-yard line. First down and 10, and then BK once again keeping his feet into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, really gritty run. done. I like the fact that he stayed on his feet and scored. Happy for BK. He continues to carve out his role too.
Had 2 touchdowns for Barika Penu on the game. Take another look, 11 yards hopping on in, and the Bison re-extend their lead up 42-19. Northern Iowa drives down to the goal line. This was a big stand here, Coach, by the defense.
Yeah, it's outstanding. If you just look at the get-off of the D-line, you got a shot right there. The line of scrimmage don't move, so now our edge players are clean. The second level's clean to play over the top, and that's fun. That was a big stop by the defense.
Enoch Sibomana with the fumble forced, and then Marcus Goley comes up on the recovering end. The Bison hold. They win it 42-19 over Northern Iowa. Taking a check on our final stats presented by Nodak Insurance Company. Coach, no turnovers once again. 2 takeaways. The penalties trimmed down, as you had referenced last week.
Yes. A really clean ball game, balanced game, offense and defense. There's some things that we obviously got to clean up and that we'll want to clean up during the bye week, but I think with the penalties starting to come down a little bit, there was discipline. We didn't have any defensive jumps, and we've been really good offensively, not having any false starts or controllable penalties. But right now we're sitting at 18 takeaways and 2 turnovers on the year, and you're going to win a lot of games if you just make your opponents beat you.
That's a recipe for success. After the game, our Nodak Insurance Company player of the game, Cam Miller, with WDAY's Sam Getzinger.
Cam Miller is our Nodak Insurance player of the game. Cam, another fantastic performance from you, but it was a team effort in this one. What were your thoughts on the win today?
I just thought the offensive line did a tremendous job of giving me time to make plays and let our guys, make plays out in space. So, just the guys up front did a great job. Defensively, we played well, but there's some things that we got to clean up over this bye.
You spread the ball out to almost every receiver on the field, but what's it like throwing to Bryce Lance, knowing you can put it wherever and he'll make a play on it?
That's right. You can put it wherever with that kid, and it's just a lot of time that we've spent together, in the off season, after practice. Just a tremendous athlete, great kid too.
How long have you been waiting for this bye?
About 3 or 4 weeks, Once I hurt my ankle, you kind of look, okay, when can I rest my ankle? And, that's a big part of me not running the ball right now is, just trying to get healthy. So I think everyone's looking forward to an off week.
Absolutely. Congratulations. Cam Miller, our Nodak Insurance player of the game.
All right, thank you, Sam. Cam Miller with a tremendous performance again, Coach. You hear him there. Is looking forward to getting some time to rest, and another pinpoint performance for him. Also set that record of most consecutive pass attempts without an interception, and obviously a great accomplishment for him. After the game, you also said that speaks to the team as well, the whole offense.
Well, I think so. The protection, again, it all starts up front, and for the quarterback to be able to move in there, I don't think he was disrupted, meaning like, he never was moved off his spots or moved away from where he was looking and being able to play the progressions. That's a team deal, right? He's been sharp this year, and I know that he'll continue to attack the process and try to get better, but 308 plus attempts without an interception is remarkable. And, he broke Trey Lance's record. Joe Stoffel broke a record yesterday for, most career catches by a tight end. And so those things are fun. It's good to see individual success within the team concept.
Yeah, well-deserved for those 2 veterans for sure. Let's take a look now at our Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota carry of the game. Get ahead on or build a game plan for your health when you carry blue. Find out how at bcbsnd.com. Coach, we're looking back at Marty's run on 4th down and 2.
Yeah. Again, I'm just trying to watch, how much movement we had. We had a really good job there in the C and D gap. And Marty just finding the crease and coming out of there is remarkable. It's a good run.
Yeah, almost was able to break it. Still looking for that one last broken tackle.
He's getting closer and closer. He's playing well right now.
Yeah, was able to finish it off there on the very upcoming play. That's our Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota carry of the game. All right, much more to come here on the Bison Football Show. When we return, it's time for our Olaf Anderson feature. We're chatting with Bison offensive lineman Beau Johnson.
A better way of life is better days off and better nights in. Better hellos and better goodbyes. With locally approved, financed, and serviced home loans, Gate City Bank makes buying a home simple. Welcome home. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Life is full of beautiful moments. Adventure, fun, excitement, and sometimes the unexpected can happen. With Nodak Insurance, you can keep doing what you do. Use our technology to file claims quickly online, on your phone, or lean on our award-winning service team so you can get back to what matters. Living life uninterrupted. Nodak Insurance. Agents with answers.
When you carry blue, you get a devoted team backing you up, focused on you and your well-being, making it easier and affordable for you to make health a priority. When you carry blue, you get a health plan that anticipates your challenges, that's helping shape the future of healthcare, with more helpful tools and resources so you can get the most out of your benefits and focus more on living your best life. Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Dakota. Carry blue. Carry on.
Hey, grab me one too.
Welcome back to the Bison Football Show. Along with Coach Polasek, I'm Sam Neidermann. It's time for this week's Olaf Anderson feature. WDAY's Sam Getzinger caught up with Beau Johnson.
After a dominating career at Spring Lake Park High School in Minnesota, the decision to come to NDSU was easy for offensive lineman Beau Johnson.
I always grew up watching the Bison playing, and I just knew as soon as they offered me, that they told me that there wasn't a lot of spots left, they said to me. So I just knew, hey, this is a top school for me. I love the Bison, and so I just knew O-line factory, so I just knew I had to come here. I just knew I had to be home.
The 6'6" tackle redshirted in 2023, giving him the opportunity to learn from some of the best in the Bison's O-line room.
I was always the rookie, and I was in Jalen Sundell's line, so he was always coaching me up and kind of pushed me along to just get. And Mason Miller too was a big mentor for me, and so it just good tackle mentors. They're the reason why I'm here right now, who I am. So I'm doing pretty good.
In 2024, Johnson is beginning to see some action on the field and continues to learn and work his way to becoming a key piece for the unit up front.
Right now, for me, I'm just working on being consistent and just building coaches' trust right now. And so far, I think I'm doing that. So I'm just keep on pushing, and just keep pushing. I think I'm doing pretty well so far.
There you go, Beau Johnson out of Minnesota, coach, certainly a player who's got a lot of Bison in his blood and has made the most of some opportunities he's gotten this season.
He's got a lot of Bison pride. It was interesting. I remember going into Spring Lake Park to kind of check on him and see if he'd have any interest in Wyoming, and he was like 15 yards away from me shooting hoops, and he was like, no, I'm good. And so it was interesting. His coach right away knew that he was going to be a Bison, and he wanted to be a Bison. He's got a lot of Bison pride. Every day I think he gets more and more confident and comfortable. And, the more we can get him out there and play, that transition will be smooth. Look forward to him being a multiple-year starter here moving forward.
No doubt about it. Beau doing some great things in his redshirt freshman season. Well, Election Day is around the corner. It is on Tuesday, and with that, it means a proposed renovation for the Fargo Dome. Measure 1 on the ballot here in Fargo. Take a look at the Fargo Dome fit-up and the proposed renovations to the home of Bison football.
The home of the Bison football team is ready for significant improvements that will make your game days more incredible than ever before. Imagine your excitement as you step into the additions on the west, south, and east sides of the Fargo Dome that will transform your experience. On the northeast corner, both inside and out, the building concourse will be expanded to provide ample space for circulation. Picture natural light spilling from the potential outdoor beer garden and food truck plaza with green space for yard games and protection from the sun and Fargo winds. On the southeast side, a spacious addition will create an expanded lobby where you can gather with your Bison friends under large pregame monitors. Enjoy food and beverage opportunities while staying comfortable and out of the elements with sunshine flowing through the spacious lobby. The west side will be completely transformed with an addition that connects the ticket entrance to the tailgating lots. Imagine an outdoor concert area with green space for yard games and video boards enhancing the pregame and postgame ambiance. The mezzanine level of the balcony addition would expand over the spacious interior ticketing and security area. The balcony would be perfect for live music, public or private events to enhance your game day experience. Picture the Gold Star Marching Band elevated on the balcony, playing to all of tailgating. Inside the new Southeast Edition, a grand staircase will lead you to the public mezzanine new club level overlooking the field. In the Southwest Pepsi corner, the concourse will have an addition creating ease of circulation and queuing lines for concessions with natural light flooding this corner as well. This expanded concourse will continue along the entire west side of the Fargo Dome. Additional restrooms will be easily accessed. A stairwell and elevator will give you access to the mezzanine overlooking tailgating as well as the concourse below. In the arena, the addition creates a sky level of new seating and sky level suites. This allows for evenly dispersed, accessible, and companion seating throughout the arena. This Sky Club level will have restrooms, food, and beverage and be accessible by the new West Side elevators. Family areas with soft seating and monitors will be available behind the main viewing seats. New, modern, comfortable, upholstered seating with cup holders will be provided throughout the entire arena. The press box will be expanded to the east, creating space for easily accessible restrooms and serving areas for food and beverages. The southeast corner will have two new levels of clubs, one on the mezzanine level overlooking the field, and another as a field turf level club to cheer on the Bison as they march to the field. Envision green and gold, adorning the new west balcony on game day. The Grand Southwest Plaza would be filled with entertainment, music, games, and video boards for the ultimate Bison fan experience. Vote yes on Measure 1 to make this become a reality.
Teamwork, talent, dedication, leadership. These values that win championships on the field, build community, improve lives, and make a difference every single day. For you, for our neighbors, for our community, for a better way of life. Gate City Bank.
At Shields, we're anglers, endlessly seeking and refining techniques. We're hunters and storytellers, because we've been out there. We're experts that put products and gear to the test so we can share that knowledge with you. At Shields, we understand your outdoor journey and the path you're on because we walk it too, every step of the way. Shields, right there with you.
Chronic wasting disease is 100% fatal in deer. Though rare now, it will continue to rise unless you help do something about it. Knowing its location is the key to managing chronic wasting disease. When hunting in the Northeast and Unit 3B2 this fall, plan to get your deer tested. Visit gf.nd.gov to find drop-off locations or request a self-sample kit and review the regulations. The responsibility falls on us all. Let's keep the deer herds healthy for future generations.
Parents can influence their child's behavioral health in a few simple ways. The first is really having an ongoing conversation.
Role modeling positive behavior. Parenting starts at home, and those positive influences that a parent has rolls off on their children.
Sometimes just a simple question will get a child talking, and you might learn things about your child that you just didn't know about before. If you get to a difficult topic, that's where you can reach out to Parents Lead and look for some of that information that might help you navigate that difficult topic. And that's one of the benefits of Parents Lead.
All righty, wrapping things up here on the Bison Football Show. The Bison on a bye week this coming Saturday, but in a couple of weeks, we'll be back inside the Dome for Harvest Bowl and Senior Day Saturday, November 16th. NDSU hosting Missouri State. Kickoff at 2:30 inside the Dome. Of course, as always, you can watch it here on WDAY. Back in the studio with Coach, and it's good to be back on bye, Coach. It's been a long stretch, like you said. 16 weeks or so, dating back to the beginning of fall camp, and your team gets a breather here.
Yeah, it's coming at a pretty good time. You know, it's going to give us a chance as a staff to, number one, talk about some schedules moving forward with Thanksgiving right around the corner. Missouri State, you know, coming to town, obviously, on Senior Day, Harvest Bowl, a lot of big things, but we have some things to do as a staff. You know, starting Wednesday night, we'll fly out a couple coaches. We'll leave early for their areas, and then Thursday and Friday, most of the coaches will be gone, and our Friday morning practice will be conducted by our GAs and our coordinators. And I'm looking forward to getting out on the road, recruiting, watching some high school football games, and seeing some of our committed guys, because signing day is December 4th this year. So it's really critical that we're able to get out and do some recruiting right now, and looking forward to all the great things coming down the road here.
I love it. That signing day, it bumps up here. And as you mentioned, that class that you put together over the summer, how neat is it when you get to see, you've seen the tape on them throughout this seasons, but now you're going to see them in person here.
Yeah, I've been very pleased that they've all stayed on track with, you know, the core values that they've been recruited off of. They've all been competitive. They've all been improvement driven. They have done that, and they've been tough, you know, throughout the season. And you can see the maturation of them getting closer and closer to becoming college football players. Some of the text messages in the last couple of weeks have been sad. You know, their high school seasons are coming to an end, but at the same time, they all mentioned like how excited they were to get here eventually and get working to become a Bison.
Lastly, Coach, 2 games to go in the regular season after the bye. Missouri State coming up next. What do you want to see from your team down this home stretch before postseason?
Yeah, just continuing to play good, clean, tough football. I mean, I think that's at the forefront. You know, where we're at with the turnover ratio, we're coming down with the penalties a little bit, just cleaning some of those things up, and then getting, you know, refreshed, you know, and then resetting a little bit. Let's get into some self-scout, see what we've done, see what we have to improve on. Do we want to push something forward? Do we want to do things more or less, you know, as we get into these last couple ball games? And they're going to be competitive. You know, South Dakota's playing really good. You know, I had a good conversation with Northern Iowa's coach, and he mentioned how tough South Dakota was. He mentioned how good-looking of a team Missouri State is and how well they're playing right now. And so, you know, this week's all about resetting, okay, refreshing, and then some recruiting, and then we'll get up and running next week, Monday.
Can't wait. November football, into playoff football. It's going to be a blast. Coach, always appreciate the time. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Go Bison.
You got it. That is it for us. It's the Bison Football Show with Coach Polasek. We'll be back with you in a couple of weeks with Coach, and we'll have a special edition of the program next week going back through the season as a whole. Thank you so much for tuning in. For our entire WDAY crew and Coach P, I'm Sam Neidermann. Take care and go Bison.
Today's Bison Football Show with Coach Tim Polasek has been presented by Gate City Bank, for a better way of life, and Pepsi.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.